What if you could look into the eyes of a mountain gorilla in the morning and chase the source of the Nile by afternoon? Welcome to Uganda, where nature reveals its boldest secrets. Whether you seek primate encounters, legendary waterfalls, or vibrant village life, join me in discovering Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. First, I'll share some fun facts about Uganda, and then we'll begin our exploration of this beautiful African country. Also, stay with me until the end to discover the stunning region that earned Uganda its prestigious title, the Pearl of Africa. Fun facts about Uganda. In Jinja, the legendary source of the Nile River flows from Lake Victoria, beginning a journey that has fascinated explorers for centuries. Uganda is one of the last strongholds of the endangered mountain gorillas, found in the misty depths of Bwindi Impenetrable National Park. And in a rare twist of nature, Queen Elizabeth National Park offers a glimpse of tree-climbing lions, a sight few get to experience. Uganda is equally rich in culture, with over 50 ethnic groups, each adding its own music, dance, and traditions. Traditional rhythms like Bakisimba and Larakaraka fill the air at celebrations, expressing the soul of a nation. Coffee here is more than a drink. It's woven into everyday life. Uganda is one of Africa's top producers of Robusta coffee, and coffee tours reveal a passion that's rooted in both community and craftsmanship. The hospitality of Ugandans is legendary. Warm greetings and smiles are customary, reflecting a deep sense of community and openness. Street vendors proudly offer ensenene, fried grasshoppers, a seasonal delicacy, adding to the rich culinary culture. And in the highlands of Kigezi, tea plantations stretch across lush hills, supporting local economies with some of Africa's finest green tea. The best places in Uganda. Lake Bunyonyi. Africa's second deepest lake, reaching depths of 900 meters. The name means place of many little birds in the local Rukinga language. It was formed when lava flows blocked a river valley, creating a natural dam. The lake's distinctive feature is its 29 islands, scattered across the water like emerald jewels. The largest, Bwama Island, was once a leprosy treatment center established in 1931. Local fishermen use dugout canoes carved from eucalyptus trees to navigate between islands. Unlike most African lakes, Bunyonyi has no hippos, crocodiles, or dangerous fish, making it one of the few safe swimming spots in this region. The lake's isolation helped the Batwa Pygmies maintain their traditional way of life until the 20th century. Punishment Island, one of the smallest, has a dark history. Unmarried pregnant women were left here to die, though some were saved by poor men who couldn't afford marriage dowries. The terraced hills surrounding the lake are among Uganda's most photographed landscapes. Local farmers cultivate these slopes, growing sorghum, potatoes, and beans. Sipi Falls. A series of 3 spectacular waterfalls cascading down the slopes of Mount Elgon in eastern Uganda. The main fall drops 100 meters over a massive cliff edge, creating a constant mist that sustains a lush microclimate. The water originates from the mountain's natural springs and rivers, flowing year-round regardless of seasonal changes. Local farmers utilize the fertile volcanic soils to grow Arabica coffee at elevations reaching 1,775 meters. The coffee trees thrive in the combination of altitude, regular rainfall, and rich soil composition. Numerous caves dot the cliff faces, formed by ancient volcanic activity when Mount Elgon was still active. The falls are surrounded by a network of hiking trails, offering views across the Karamoja plains. During clear days, the visibility extends to Lake Kyoga in the west. The surrounding landscape transforms dramatically between seasons, verdant green during rainy months, transitioning to golden hues in the dry season. The Sabini people, who have lived here for generations, traditionally use the caves as storage spaces for grains and as a shelter during raids. Bwindi Impenetrable National Park. Located in southwestern Uganda, this ancient rainforest is one of Africa's most biologically diverse regions. It's home to half of the world's remaining mountain gorillas, around 400 individuals. The forest dates back to the last ice age, surviving when most of Africa's forests disappeared. Its name, impenetrable, comes from the dense undergrowth, vines and bamboo that flourish between the 160-foot-tall trees. The terrain consists of steep hills and narrow valleys, formed by the uplifting of the Albertine Rift. The park's altitude ranges from 3,800 to 8,500 feet, creating distinct habitats at different elevations. This elevation gradient allows for exceptional biodiversity, hosting 120 mammal species and 350 bird species. The mountain gorillas live in family groups led by a dominant silverback male. Each group maintains a specific territory, moving daily to find fresh vegetation. The gorillas consume over 100 species of plants, but favor wild celery, bamboo shoots, and fruits. A network of experienced trackers monitors the gorillas daily, allowing for controlled tourism while ensuring the primate's protection. Kidepo Valley. A remote savanna wilderness nestled in Uganda's northeastern corner, bordering South Sudan and Kenya. The landscape consists of two wide valleys, Kidepo and Narus, dominated by seasonal riverbeds that vanish in the dry season. The park spans 1,442 square kilometers of semi-arid territory. Unlike Uganda's typically lush landscapes, Kidepo presents a different face: vast golden plains, punctuated by rocky outcrops and solitary mountains. The Narus Valley retains water throughout the year, making it a vital lifeline for wildlife. During dry seasons, animals concentrate around these remaining water sources, creating natural gatherings of diverse species. The valley holds one of Africa's most isolated lion populations. The park harbors over 77 mammal species, including rare creatures like the aardwolf and striped hyena, found nowhere else in Uganda. The Karamoja people, traditional pastoralists, have lived in this region for centuries, their lifestyle adapted to these harsh conditions. Their distinctive circular manyatas, traditional homesteads fortified against raiders and predators, dot the landscape outside the park. The park's remoteness has preserved both its wilderness and cultural authenticity, making it one of Africa's last genuine frontiers. Rwenzori Mountains. Rising along Uganda's western border with the Democratic Republic of Congo stand the Rwenzori Mountains. Often called the Mountains of the Moon, these peaks were once thought mythical by ancient Greeks. Unlike other African mountains, the Rwenzori weren't formed by volcanic activity but by massive tectonic uplift. The range contains 6 distinct massifs, with Mount Stanley's Margarita Peak being Africa's third highest point at 5,109 meters. What makes these mountains unique is their location directly on the equator, while maintaining permanent ice caps and glaciers. The glaciers formed during an ice age about 40,000 years ago, but due to climate change, they've shrunk by 80% since 1906. The mountains create their own microclimate, receiving over 3,000 millimeters of rain annually. This constant moisture has created an otherworldly landscape of giant groundsels and lobelias, some growing up to 16 meters tall. The vegetation zones change dramatically with altitude, from tropical rainforest at the base through bamboo forests and heather zones to the Afro-alpine moorland. The range contains some of the world's rarest plants, with 70% of them found nowhere else on Earth. The lower slopes are home to unique wildlife, including the endemic Rwenzori turaco and the Rwenzori three-horned chameleon. Jinja. Located at the source of the Nile River where Lake Victoria releases its waters northward. The city sits on the northern shores of the lake, making it Uganda's adventure tourism capital. The source of the Nile was discovered here by British explorer John Speke in 1862. The convergence of lake and river creates powerful rapids, turning Jinja into Africa's whitewater rafting hub. Class 5 rapids challenge even experienced rafters, while the less adventurous can opt for gentler sections. Along the riverbanks, dense tropical vegetation creates a corridor of biodiversity. The town itself showcases colonial architecture from the British period when it served as an industrial center due to its strategic location. Owen Falls Dam, built in 1954, harnesses the Nile's power, providing electricity to both Uganda and Kenya. The local fishing community still uses traditional methods to catch Nile perch and tilapia. Boats crafted from hollowed-out tree trunks dot the shoreline at dawn. The nearby Mabira Forest harbors over 300 bird species and rare gray-cheeked manga bays. Lake Victoria. Africa's largest lake by area and the world's largest tropical lake. It spans across 3 countries, Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania, with Uganda claiming the northern shore. The lake formed around 400,000 years ago when westward flowing rivers were blocked by tectonic uplift. Its relatively shallow waters, averaging 40 meters deep, create perfect conditions for frequent storms. Local fishermen call these sudden tempests serinya, which can produce waves up to 4 meters high. The lake's primary inflow comes from rainfall and thousands of small streams, while the Nile begins its northward journey here. The shoreline is deeply indented, creating numerous bays, inlets, and over 3,000 islands. Fishing villages dot these islands with wooden boats setting out at dawn for Nile perch, tilapia, and silver cyprinid. The latter, known locally as mukene, is dried on beaches, creating a distinctive shoreline scene. The lake's ecosystem has transformed dramatically since the 1950s when Nile perch was introduced. This predatory fish decimated native species, though it became a valuable export. Karamoja. A remote region in northeastern Uganda encompassing about 27,000 square kilometers. The landscape is predominantly semi-arid savanna, dotted with rocky outcrops and seasonal rivers. Its indigenous people, the Karamojong, are pastoral nomads who have maintained their traditional way of life for centuries. The region experiences extreme weather patterns with intense dry seasons, followed by brief but heavy rains. During dry periods, temperatures often exceed 35 degrees Celsius or 95 degrees Fahrenheit. The Karamojong measure their wealth in cattle, which shape their entire culture and social structure. Their traditional houses, called maniadas, are circular structures built from mud, wood, and thatch, arranged in clusters surrounded by thick thorn fences for protection. The region holds significant mineral deposits, particularly gold and marble. Mount Moroto, an extinct volcano rising to 3,083 meters, dominates the eastern landscape. The mountain slopes host unique flora, including rare species of wild olives and junipers. In recent years, climate change has intensified the challenges of traditional pastoralism, forcing many Karamojong to adopt alternative livelihoods. Kabale. Perched at an altitude of 1,800 meters above sea level, Kabale is a mountainous district in southwestern Uganda, often called the Switzerland of Africa, due to its terraced hills and cool climate. The landscape is dominated by steep ridges carved by ancient geological activity. The town serves as a gateway to several mountain gorilla sanctuaries at Bwindi Impenetrable Forest. Local farmers have adapted to the challenging terrain by creating an intricate system of terraced agriculture. These terraces, etched into the hillsides, prevent soil erosion while creating arable land for crops like sorghum, potatoes, and beans. Lake Bunyonyi, Africa's second deepest lake, lies nearby. Its waters reach depths of 900 meters and contain 29 islands. The lake's formation occurred when lava flows blocked a river valley, creating a natural dam. The surrounding area experiences 2 rainy seasons, which contribute to the region's lush vegetation. The town's architecture reflects its colonial past, with buildings dating back to the British administration. The local Bakiga people, known for their resilience, have inhabited these highlands for centuries, developing unique farming techniques suited to the steep terrain. Murchison Falls. Here, the Nile River channels through a narrow, rocky gorge merely 7 meters wide before plunging 43 meters with tremendous force. It's the world's most powerful waterfall, with water flowing at 300 cubic meters per second. Located at Murchison Falls National Park, Uganda's largest protected area. The falls create a permanent rainbow as water crashes onto ancient rocks below. British explorer Samuel Baker named them after Sir Roderick Murchison, president of the Royal Geographical Society. Before reaching the falls, the Nile flows calmly, spanning 50 meters wide. This sudden compression creates a thunderous roar audible from several kilometers away. The water's force has carved distinctive patterns in the surrounding rocks over millennia. Below the falls, the river opens into a peaceful stream dotted with hippos and Nile crocodiles. The surrounding cliffs host unique species of plants that thrive in the constant mist. Rock pratincles, small birds, nest on the rocky outcrops near the falls, somehow maintaining their position despite the powerful spray. Mount Elgon. An ancient, extinct volcano straddling the border between Uganda and Kenya, rising to 4,321 meters above sea level. It boasts the largest volcanic base in the world, spanning 80 kilometers in diameter. The mountain formed over 24 million years ago during intense volcanic activity in the region. Its crater spans 8 kilometers across, making it one of Africa's largest intact calderas. The crater floor contains several distinctive features, including hot springs and spectacular cliffs. The mountain slopes are characterized by 4 distinct forest zones, each supporting unique wildlife. The lower mountain forests harbor blue monkeys and black and white colobus, while the bamboo zone hosts unique bird species. Above 3,000 meters, a heather zone contains giant groundsels and lobelias, plants that have evolved to survive extreme temperature fluctuations. The mountain's name comes from the Maasai word Elgon, referring to the cave-dwelling indigenous people who once lived in its natural shelters. These caves, some extending up to 60 meters into the mountain, were created by ancient lava flows and erosion. The mountain acts as a vital water tower, feeding major rivers including the Nile and supporting millions of people in the surrounding regions with fresh water. Kampala City. Uganda's capital sprawls across 7 hills, blending modern dynamism with deep cultural heritage. The city's story begins at Mengo Hill, where the Buganda Kingdom established its capital in 1885. Today, Kampala houses Africa's largest traditional kingdom's parliament, the Bulange, and the Kapaka's Palace. The central business district pulses with life around Nakasero Hill, where colonial-era buildings stand alongside glass-fronted skyscrapers. The old taxi park serves as the heart of public transportation, where matatus create organized chaos. Kampala Road, the main artery, showcases the city's commercial spirit with its mix of international banks and local street vendors. On Namirembe Hill stands the oldest cathedral in Uganda, while Rubaga Hill hosts the city's main Catholic cathedral. The Kisubi Tombs, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, preserves the burial grounds of Buganda kings. The Owino Market, one of Africa's largest, fills the air with the scent of fresh produce and the sound of haggling voices. Uganda Highlands. A vast mountainous region stretching across eastern and western Uganda with elevations ranging from 1,000 to 4,000 meters. The highlands formed through tectonic activity along the East African Rift System, creating dramatic landscapes of steep valleys and towering peaks. Western highlands include the Rwenzori Mountains, while the eastern section features Mount Elgon. The region's volcanic soils support extensive agriculture, particularly coffee and tea plantations that thrive in the cool climate. These fertile lands earned Uganda the title Pearl of Africa from Winston Churchill. Annual rainfall exceeds 1,500 millimeters, creating a network of rivers that feed into the Nile. The elevation creates distinct microclimates, with temperatures dropping significantly at night. Indigenous forest patches shelter unique wildlife, including mountain gorillas in the Bwindi Impenetrable Forest. Small-scale farmers have terraced many hillsides, creating a patchwork of agricultural plots that prevent soil erosion. Lake Albert. Named after Queen Victoria's consort, Lake Albert stretches along Uganda's western border with the Democratic Republic of Congo. It's part of the complex Nile system, fed by the Victoria Nile from the southeast and the Semliki River from the south. The lake covers 5,300 square kilometers, with depths reaching 51 meters. Its waters support over 55 species of fish, including the Nile perch and tilapia, sustaining local fishing communities. Along the shoreline, the Albertine Rift Escarpment rises dramatically, creating a natural amphitheater. The lake's discovery in 1864 by Samuel Baker marked a crucial point in mapping the Nile's sources. Recent oil discoveries beneath the lake have transformed its economic significance. The surrounding ecosystem includes savanna woodlands and wetlands, home to hippos, crocodiles, and numerous water birds. During sunset, fishing boats dot the horizon, their lanterns creating a string of lights across the water. Kisoro. A remote district nestled in Uganda's southwestern corner, bordered by Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo. The landscape is dominated by extinct volcanoes in 3 major lakes, Mutanda, Mulehe, and Chahafi. At 1,890 meters above sea level, the town experiences a cool climate year-round. The volcanic soil supports extensive terraced agriculture, particularly Irish potatoes and sorghum. The area serves as a gateway to Magahinga Gorilla National Park, home to endangered mountain gorillas and golden monkeys. The Batwa, former forest-dwelling indigenous people, maintain their cultural heritage here through traditional dances and crafts. Lake Mutanda's surface reflects the surrounding volcanoes, while dugout canoes of local fishermen navigate its waters. The district's unique position makes it a crucial point for cross-border trade, evidenced by its busy market where three nations' cultures intersect. Mount Moroto. Known locally as the Mountain of Dreams, Mount Moroto rises 3,084 meters above Uganda's northeastern Karamoja region. Formed through volcanic activity 20 million years ago, it's now an extinct volcano composed of ancient basement rocks and crystalline formations. The mountain creates its own microclimate, receiving more rainfall than the surrounding semi-arid plains. Its slopes support the last remaining tropical forest in the region, home to endemic birds and primates. The Tepeth people, traditional inhabitants of the mountain, consider it sacred and use its caves for cultural ceremonies. The mountain's foothills contain valuable marble deposits, now being commercially mined. During the wet season, numerous waterfalls cascade down its rugged cliffs. The summit offers panoramic views across the Karamoja Plains into Kenya, while its dense forest patches contrast sharply with the surrounding savanna landscape. Now that we've journeyed through Uganda's breathtaking savanna plains, encountered the majestic mountain gorillas, and experienced the warmth of its people, I'd love to know, what part of the Pearl of Africa would you explore first? If you enjoyed discovering Uganda with me, don't forget to subscribe for more African adventures. Until next time, Wibale Nyo, or thank you very much in English, and I'll see you in the next video.